This program is brought to you by Resonance FM. If you like what you hear at resonancefm.com.
4.4 FM. I'm Master J, and this is The Artifacts.
And this week's show, we are interviewing someone who is a model. She's featured on Vogue, walked runways at Fashion Week, that's London Fashion Week, and has become a social media influencer. And she also saves lives. Sara, hello.
Hi.
I'm going to get you to say your surname because I'm so bad at pronouncing things. So it's Sara Pereiro.
Pereiro.
You change it every time you say it. It's not fair. So Sara, so you got into modelling. When did you decide to get into modelling? When did you think, I don't want to work for a living?
Well, last year I started.
So last year. And was it something that you thought I want to go into? Or was it one of those things where someone just spots you, they talent spot you? They're like...
No, it was, I've always liked fashion, and I always enjoyed all of those fashion shows, Fashion Week, all of that. And last year I moved to London, and I started seeing a lot of adverts on Instagram about becoming a model, and I decided, why not give it a try?
Perfect. So you thought you gave it a try. And of those places that you saw on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, how many did you contact? And were any of those scams? Because some of them might ask you for money.
Yeah, so the first one that I contacted was it. They say, we're an agency and we want you, but it's not an agency. They actually are a studio, so they would get you to pay a deposit just to make sure that you will go. And I went, and then you take your photos and you create your portfolio, and they tell you if you can have some talent or not, or have some potential, and then you have to buy your book, like your portfolio. But I've had some scams on Facebook, because there are Facebook group chats with models to get some jobs, and some of them are scams. Yeah,
there's a lot of about, but there's a lot of that sort of behaviour about in all of the arts. So if you're in a band, there'll be a lot of adverts or people saying, you know, I'll get your song on the radio, send me some money.
I want you.
Yeah. And they're like, then put you on some sort of podcast that no one listens to. Yeah. So I bet that's one of the classic scams of modelling is the you need photographs. So we get your photographs through us. So you pay them for the photographs. And then the question becomes, do they need to get you work, or they just need to get people coming in getting photographs? It's like, for some of them, I quite like that. I joined an agency. It wasn't that sort of modelling. It was more sort of acting modelling like that. And although they made you go and get photographs, it's one of the big ones in this country. Even though they made you go get photographs, you do pay for it, but you don't pay for it unless you work. You pay for it from your earnings.
Okay.
So when you get your first job, you know, you might lose £400 or £500 of that money.
Yeah, they keep a commission.
No, they keep a commission, but you pay back the money that you're spending on the photographs doesn't come from your pocket until you earn money through them.
Oh, that's very good.
So it's not a scam in any way. But what's nice is they were, this is about 10 years ago, they're very direct, or 15 years ago, but they were very much for commercials. So, you know, when you get one, that you will pay it back and you make money. So it is quite nice.
So they're investing in you.
Yes, and that's nice. You know that they do think, like for me, it's not a case that I was going there as a model, clearly. That's why I'm on the radio. That's why I'm on the radio. But it was it's like, you know, they want someone who looks a bit weird for an advert or something. They might choose me. So that's quite a common ploy within the modelling, which is one of the ways of getting exploited. The other way of getting exploited, I guess, because you've done some of the fashion kind of, what do you call them, like catwalk type things, like London Fashion Week. You've done
fashion shows,
I believe on the circuit, like in Italy and that maybe part of your job is to go out dancing all night.
I haven't been to Italy. That would be nice.
Yeah, I don't think it is as nice as it sounds. I think part of your job is to be out and be seen, and then get up in the morning and look gorgeous, and it's not that easy. It's kind of like walking. The whole job of modelling from outside just looks easy.
It does, because you are there for the catwalk, and it's maybe an hour, not even that, but you've been there the whole morning getting hair done, getting makeup done, getting to try all the outfits from the stylists, just it's a lot of effort. You don't eat a lot as well, because some companies, they will give you food and water, and that's good, but they won't give you a proper meal. So you just need to get in and change.
They want their clothes to look good, and if they give proper meals and you've got nothing to do all day, you're going to eat the proper meals, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the problem with like doing film or something, is that you got nothing to do all day while they're setting up, and there's all this lovely food.
And then you get very exhausted as well.
Yeah, but then also if it's a film, like 3 months of filming, at the beginning of the film you're one size, at the end you're a different size. So that's your character's development, the character arc. So which do you prefer? Do you prefer the walking, or do you prefer photography?
I do really like the fashion shows and the walking, because you are just wearing the clothes and you have to sell it and you have to feel good with it. And sometimes we try really, really good clothes. But I do like the photography as well. Sorry.
Yeah. So
I think the photography is a bit more demanding.
So my question about the photography is, if you're wearing something and they're taking a photograph of you, but it's the clothes that they're sort of selling in a way, that you're selling. Do you quite often have clothes that you're wearing where, like, at the back they've got all kinds of things in it to make the clothes look better? Like they might have it be pinned in a really weird way at the back that you wouldn't really go out with. Like I don't really call those clips, you know?
Yeah, I know. I see what you're talking about. I haven't had that for photo shoots, but for fashion shows, because it's the designer have those clothes, and then there are too loose. So we get belts, or we try to get some creative manner that the designer likes to make it look better for our body.
Yes, of course.
But instead of the clips, yeah.
But obviously in photos you don't see the back, and sometimes it's suggested if you saw the back of the model there'd be like 4, 5, 6, 7 clips. But it's not even just to make it look thinner, it's to make it like maybe at the top go to a different way to the bottom, to make the whole thing have the energy that the creative person wants. Now, in your walking career, which sounds like it's like a segue into like one day, you know, being a dog walker, but in your walking career, have you ever tripped? Have you ever led with your left leg and your left shoulder at the same time? All the things as normal people would do on the catwalk. Have you ever done anything like that? Have you ever?
I've started walking and then it became very wonky.
Oh, really?
Yes, not trip, but very, very wonky. Oh, I had a catwalk in the rain.
Oh, really?
Yes, because it was an outdoor event and it started raining. So that one, instead of walking to the music and to give the energy that they wanted, we had to slow it down, otherwise we would fall.
Oh, God. And were you wearing high heels?
Yes.
Gosh.
And it was very slippery. It was in Kent.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And they thought, let's do it outdoors in one of the most rainy counties in England.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. So what's been the worst thing that has happened? Is like maybe you were not on stage, but did someone fall off once, or
I've never seen anyone
sneeze?
Fall, but no, never seen that. But I see a lot of people that you're supposed to go in one way, and then you're going the other way.
Oh yeah. It's like when you for us normal people, it's like when you're at the swimming pool and you got to swim one way and then swim back the other side.
But they don't do that. Yeah.
So they're basically doing a chicken run straight into you.
It's like you're from England driving in Portugal.
Yes. Yeah. So what do? You just do a side swipe at the last. You kind of turn your body.
Turn not to hit anyone.
See, I would do that in Kent when it's been raining to knock everyone off. So I'm the only one left. I'd be like it's Survivor.
Yeah, I win.
Yeah. Okay, and then so in terms of photo shoots, what is it that you enjoy about the photo shoots?
What do I enjoy about the photo shoot? Well, I do, depends, because I've done a few photo shoots. I haven't done that many photo shoots because I've started a year ago. But I enjoy the fact that I feel very confident behind the camera. And it's like no one is around me, just me, the photographer, and we're trying to create something really good, really amazing, and that we are feeling, and then he's giving me the direction, and I feel like, okay, I'm doing this pose, and I feel this, so in my eyes, I can see how the picture is turning out.
Yeah.
And I just like the whole team environment, and it's really fun. And I love fashion, and I love clothes and makeup. So at the same time, I can get my hair and makeup done. It's an excuse for that.
Yeah.
And also, it's very demanding, so it feels like I've been to the gym that day.
When you finish, you're like shattered.
Yeah, like my hip hurts and this hurts, and I'm like, oh.
That sort of makes sense to me when there's hot lights. You think, well, okay, the hot lights, but when there's not even, it's just when they're using natural light. You're like, why am I tired?
Sometimes you're just there for 5 hours.
Yes, no. I can't smile. I mean, to be honest, I have nothing to smile about.
Why not?
Well, if you knew my life. No, but I can't smile. And what I find harder is when the photographer is trying to get me to smile because they want a shot with a smile in it. But I know they're trying to get me to smile.
So you don't smile?
No, it's not on purpose, but it's like when they're saying stuff, I know they're not really being warm and light-hearted and fun. And I'm like, I can see what you're doing. So it makes me not be able to smile. Very difficult.
I've had some photographers, they will try to create a connection with you before to make sure that when we start shooting that it just flows, that everything goes well. So then if they say something, you will smile and it doesn't seem fake.
Yeah, but I think that works to an extent. But if you get someone like me who can't smile, it doesn't matter how much of a rapport you've got. I'm just not very good at smiling. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you can do a smudge. And
but I love all that sort of stuff, all the sort of the mysterious smirk. Yeah, or the kind of mysterious look or the confused look.
Yeah, for some shoots, that's exactly what they want.
It is, but when they want to smile, it's not exactly what they want, and that's when. And then
so what do you do?
What I do, I try, but it's really weird because like they'll say something to try and get me to smile. I'll try and smile, and they do that thing where they do like 20, I don't know what it's like now with digital, but they're going to do like 10, 15 shots in one go. And all I'm thinking while doing it is, I didn't really smile very well. But they're always like, smile from your eyes,
They can edit if you want.
Nowadays, when I did it, it was like, it's on chalk boards, blackboards. Okay, and then you are also, we'll come back to modelling in a bit, but you're also a recording artist. What does that mean?
Well, I am starting to get into it. I started with King Hamid, and I joined him on vocals of the
King
music.
King Ahmed, for people who've not necessarily been following the channel too much, he's a guest we've had on a previous show, and he's a music producer. So King Ahmed saw you. Mm-hmm. Okay.
We met at a show.
Okay. And he came up to you and he just gave you a little business card and said, I'll make you a star, darling.
If you were that creep, no.
No?
No. No.
I know how to make you smile.
No, we met at a show, a fashion show, and we exchanged Instagrams.
Okay.
And
so you now, on Instagram, you're now King Ahmed, and he's now Sara.
Yes, exactly.
So exchanging your Instagrams, okay. Confusing
exactly.
for your fans.
And it must be very confusing.
Yeah.
We're doing a good job.
Yes.
And a few months later, he put something on a story saying that he was looking for someone to do his vocals. And I sent him the only demo I have. I only have one, and it's not even finished. So I sent him and I said, hey, I've done this. What do you think? And he was like, let's try and work it on. Mm-hmm. We worked. We have a new song coming out, and then we have some other projects coming out as well, and I'm very grateful to him.
Pretty awesome. And so that demo, is that a song that you wrote yourself, or is it a song you sung previously as a demo for another producer?
No, it was with my cousin. We were together just listening to some beats, and he put a beat on that he thought it was something similar to me. Mm-hmm. And we just started singing. No lyrics, nothing, and just whatever came up to mind.
So King Ahmed heard that and thought, I can work with that. Mm-hmm. And then you've sort of worked on a track that is just getting finished sort of thing. So it's your part of that is done. It's just the complex editing. Almost done. Almost done. Pretty exciting. Okay.
And then there's some new projects coming out. We are working on them.
Are these a secret project or something? Is this?
No, it's something new coming out.
Is there like a little laser red dot on my head right now?
Yeah, no, you can't. I can't say it.
You can't say it? Okay.
Not yet.
Because, are you my secret Santa? What's happening? It's a secret project.
It is very top secret.
Okay, and so if you had to choose modelling or singing, which way are you going?
I think I would go more towards singing.
Okay.
Because it's something that I've always liked when I was little. I asked my parents to pay for my singing classes, but they couldn't because, times.
Yeah.
They couldn't afford it. So I've been just trying to practice at home.
Which is in a way can be a good thing.
Sometimes
for pop, but for pop music, very often having a less refined, taught voice is what makes the act sellable.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to classical or to any theatrical music because I would have to train a lot.
But imagine if someone trained as a classical singer and then wanted to be a pop star.
It's harder.
They're never going to find an audience because it just, to a pop audience, doesn't sound. It's the mistakes that sound nice. When Madonna sings, the bits that her fans like are when she's actually doing bad technique. I'm not saying you do bad technique, but
I probably do.
But so so it's not that bad of a thing not to have lessons, as long as you've got that X factor that gets fat. Do you know what I mean? Whatever that is, and you need a good song and a good producer.
That's true.
So hopefully King Ahmed will come through. He'll be
I hope so.
Yeah, pretty good. He'll be like the producer that in a few years' time you'll be sort of
I told him he can be my manager. I'm still waiting for him to accept.
Oh really?
Yes.
Look at that. Okay.
Because he's the one saying, Sarah, this is coming now. Come on, tomorrow. Are you free? Let's do this.
So he should be your motivator.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's him and a friend of mine. She's a model, and they're the two of them that are always with me doing events or doing this, and they're like, yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah. Which sometimes is what you need.
It is. In the modeling world, it's really hard to get someone that's real, that it's not going to stab you or saying, oh no, share this with me, share these castings with me, and then they don't do it.
Yeah.
So you don't want that. You need someone that's really good on your corner.
So what about how you feel when you go for a casting and they don't choose you? Do you
I think now it's not as hard as it was before, because sometimes they are looking for a specific type of person for that job, but that doesn't mean I am not good for other jobs.
Yes.
So it is hard to hear a no and to look for other castings and invest time. But it's sad to say this, but you get used to it because it's not you. It's what they are looking for, the person that they are looking for the job.
Yeah. But let's say they're casting a man and a woman, and they've already got the man cast. If you turn up and you're 10 times taller than him,
and they don't want that, then
it's like, well, you're perfect, but it's just not going to work with the way we're going with this.
Exactly. That happens a lot.
Yeah, but I think the only people that sort of survive long term are the ones that are good at dealing with the rejection. It's almost like if when you go in for the casting, you do your best, you relax, you have fun, whatever. But when you leave, you have to feel like not even think about it.
It's done.
You know what I mean?
Just wait, and if it's not meant to be, then it's not meant to be. Carry on to the next one. Just keep doing things.
Yeah. And like you say, very often you go for one part and they give you a phone call 2 weeks later for something completely different,
That's true.
So yes. So you've done quite a few different things already. Are you worried about sort of doing too many different things and dissipating, not having enough time or focus on one thing?
That's something that's always in the back of my mind, because it's modeling, it's singing, it's my full-time job. It's really hard to manage.
Well, your full-time job is a job that most people who do that work say if they'd known what it was like before they got into it, they wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Because of the hours.
Yes.
Yeah? I mean, are you okay saying what you do for work?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just not going to say where. But
No.
Yeah, no. I'm a nurse.
Okay. So everyone I know who's become a nurse, like I say, they've said if they realised what it was like beforehand, they would not have got into it. Because of the hours.
It's the hours, it's the payment is not enough for what we do, and that's an overall thing. So it's very demanding, because you have to think that every time you're at work, someone's life depends on you, even if it's just medication. So we are not recognized enough, not paid enough. So I cannot say that I wouldn't get into it, because it's something that I've always wanted to do. I wanted to be a surgeon.
Oh, really?
When I was a kid. but it's really, really demanding. And if you don't like it, then I would say don't go for it. You have to really like the profession, be aware that you are going to have to deal with people at their worst. Very tired, very emotional, because working in the hospital environment can be, like I said, demanding. But if you really enjoy it, if you like being around other people, helping them, then yes, I would say go for it. But keep it in mind that it will not be recognized, and it's a struggle. It will take years.
Because it feels to me as an outsider that the doctors, that they will get the nurses to do most of the actual sort of work, day-to-day work.
I think it depends.
It feels to me, just like I say, from an outsider, like they'll say this person needs this, this and this, and then you have to do it all.
I think it depends, because
while they go and play golf.
I think that's mainly maybe consultants, because junior doctors, they are there all the time.
Okay.
They are also underpaid. They have a lot of responsibility as well. They deal with a lot of the patient's family, which is really hard to do. And sometimes we don't do it that much.
So what would you need to give up nursing? Would you need...
to be paid as a model and a singer.
So basically, if you were getting more work, you'd drop the nursing straight away.
I think I would go as part-time, because it's still something that I like, and I want to keep my skills updated. And I'm going to do a course as well in my hospital. So.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying to do a lot of things at the same time.
That is a lot, though, because I probably wasn't very good at anything, but I would go for a lot of auditions, and I don't think I could have been a nurse and gone for all those auditions, because the work that I did get was probably just down to the due number of auditions I went to. Okay. Because in those days you had to go to auditions. I don't know if you do for modelling anymore, but
you go through some.
You do some of them, but a lot of them are now over.
A lot is over
online.
Instagram companies.
Yeah, but you used to always have to go in. So I'd be going like 3-4 a day.
I try to plan my work schedule according to that. So I try to, if I know that there's a casting coming up on that day, I will request a day off, so then I can actually go to the casting. So that helps a bit.
Perfect. And what was your dream when you were younger? Was it to be a nurse? Was it to be a surgeon?
No, it was to be a surgeon.
Was it to be a surgeon? Sorry, was that not modelling? Because most people's dream when they're younger is to be a model.
No, I used to dream about being a surgeon, and then I wanted to be a singer. Then I wanted to be both of them, and it was... Really? I wanted to be a lot of things.
Wow.
But surgery was something that stuck to me.
And which is your biggest online presence? What's your like the thing? Are you mostly on Instagram? Are you mostly on TikTok?
I'm mostly on Instagram. I do have TikTok now. I had to create it when I created my Instagram account. So I created a modeling account.
Okay.
And I kept my private one separate. And then I got hacked.
Oh, gosh.
Yes.
What did that mean, hacked? What did they do with it? Just use it to try and scam people into
something like Bitcoins.
Oh, okay.
But everyone that knew me knew that wasn't me, and I actually was on it.
You're saying that, but I'm beginning to think this is all a bit of a cover story. So once your Bitcoin scam didn't work, you say to your friends, "Oh, I was hacked."
Exactly.
You're like every YouTuber.
No.
So you pulled the rug on the Bitcoin, and then what happened?
So I was on my way to the movies, and I realized that I was being hacked because I was on my professional account. And I saw a message
from an update from yourself.
Exactly, I was very surprised.
Or you just thought for a second, am I in the film Fight Club? Me texting me.
I don't know if that would be better, to be honest.
Yeah. Gosh.
Okay. It was very stressful. I called Hamid, and
that's King Ahmed. Yeah.
King Hamid, yes.
So his name Hamid now.
No, that's how I call him.
Okay. I thought I'd called him because I've actually met him a few times. And I've always called him King Ahmed, and I'm beginning to worry that every time, and he's so polite, he hasn't corrected me.
I think he just likes it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So I called him and I said, I'm being hacked. I called my friends kept calling me, and I said, I know, thank you, I am on it. And I managed to recover almost everything except my private account. So now I only have my modeling account.
Oh, okay. So you don't... does it exist still, or it just doesn't exist, the private account?
All the photos, everything was deleted, but you can't even report it, so they could delete it. So
really?
it doesn't have anything. It says user not found.
Okay, so presumably at some point you got an email and it said something like, this is Instagram, there's something wrong with your account, can you sign in and make sure it's all right? And then you signed in, and that's how they got your account.
No, I don't think it was through that, because I've never done that.
So do you know how it was?
That day in the morning, I received an email like that saying that someone was trying to get into my Instagram account. But I didn't click the email. I went through the actual Instagram account.
Okay.
And I couldn't log in, so I had to change my password. And I don't know if it was connection to my internet, because they took a whole day to actually gain access. So I don't know.
Oh gosh. Okay. It's difficult. This is why I suppose they're pushing this two-factor authentication now everywhere, aren't they?
Yes, the multi-factor one. And I reported to the police or to the cyber crimes.
Gosh.
They did call me and they offered support, but they couldn't trace it back, even though I managed to find 2 emails, a location, and the phone that they were using. I managed to find a lot of things.
Yeah.
But it still didn't trace back.
But it must be such a big volume of that crime happening that they haven't got the time to really bother, maybe.
I think they follow it.
Oh, they do?
But they couldn't find... It could have been a burner phone.
Yeah.
So it's hard.
Coming up, what you got, the song coming out shortly with King Hamid.
Yes.
Okay. And what else you got coming up? Like Christmas or after Christmas? Any shows coming up? Any modelling?
I have a casting this weekend. I have... hopefully I get into a fashion show that I went to a casting in November.
Okay, so if that comes out. And how can people follow you on Instagram? What's your Instagram?
You would have to pronounce my name then.
No, you pronounce it.
It's Sara, Sara.
Okay.
Pereiro.
Yeah, no one's following that.
Yeah, I know. It's Pereiro, Pereiro, official, all together.
Okay, and the word official.
Official,
okay.
Yeah, just all together.
So
maybe I should change it.
You can follow her on her official, maybe, Sara P.
Sara P, yeah.
Yeah, sounds like you need to go to the toilet then. So Sara P or Sara Pereiro official on Instagram.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming in this week.
Thank you so much for having me.
Anytime, and good luck with the single. Is it a single or is it just a song?
No, it's a single.
It's a single?
Yeah.
And then hopefully an album will follow.
We'll work on that. We'll see how the single goes. But yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. But usually singles are an advert for the album, so if they love it, you've got to write an album overnight.
I know. How
crazy. So good luck with that. Good luck with the walking. Oh, your life is so hard. Walking and having your photo taken. Dear, oh dear. And thank you everyone at Resonance for all the hard work to put these shows together. And more than anyone, thank you, the listener at home, for listening. And we'll see you all again next week.